Welcome to the next episode of the Round Rock Word Podcast. This is Amanda Christensen. I'm your host today, and I'm really excited because today we're interviewing Roy and Gail Tucker of our ward. They live up in the Rainier neighborhood, and I'm really excited since it's the month of February to ask them about their love story. They have a really great love story, but also some great life experiences. So welcome to the podcast, Roy and Gail. Thank you for agreeing to talk with us for a little bit.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
So before your love story, you had both your own independent histories, lives, passions, hobbies, so many things. So let's ask about a little bit. Is it okay if we start with they're both gesturing to each other.
Women should go first.
Oh, ladies first.
Ladies first.
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, okay. Well, Gail, I'll give you one question and then you can backtrack to where you want to go. When I met you, you had just tried out for the Tabernacle Choir. You love singing. And you were in the preparatory choir for a while. Is that right?
I was not. I actually went through the audition process. There were several steps. Actually interviewed with Brother Jessup and I can't remember his name.
Was it Mac Wilberg at
Mac
the time?
Wilberg.
Okay.
Yes. And got a letter that they really appreciated me trying out. They'd like for me to try out again. They didn't need sopranos, my kind of soprano at that time. I'm a lyric soprano. And it worked out that it was better for my family at that time that I wasn't making that commitment for 2 years. I had to help my mom with a knee surgery the very next month that was unexpected.
Oh, wow.
So I just sing in my own state choir and ward choir and really enjoy that.
And you're a solo singer too, right?
Sometimes.
I gotta hear you sing again. Not right now, but it's been a pleasure to play for you a few times. So have you always enjoyed singing? I know you mentioned singing on the porch when you were a girl with your family.
It's one talent that Heavenly Father gave me. I've been able to use in choir all my days and really have loved. I went through a tough time in my childhood, and in Girl Scouts, my leaders asked me to sing lullabies to put the girls to sleep, quiet them down on campouts.
You have a soothing voice. That is a good gift. Okay. Well, where did you grow up? How did you, you can talk about singing if you'd like, or some other things you did as a girl.
Thank you. I'm from New Orleans. I was raised in a home that was Methodist. My grandparents were Methodist preachers. There's a whole line of Methodist preachers. And it was a big influence in the way that I enjoy hospitality. I enjoy having the missionaries over, having friends over. It's a big part of my life to be social. That's about it.
Oh, well, there's one scene from your childhood that you told me one time of where your family would sit around on the porch playing guitar together and singing folk songs.
That's my great-grandmother's house in Ida, Louisiana. She had 8 children, and this is probably why I like family history so much. I do love learning the stories of my family. There are quite a few. She and her children would come out after having a hot kitchen, making a lot of vegetables from their garden, and they'd come out to the front porch, play a guitar and sing hymns together in the twilight.
What are some of the hymns that you really loved hearing?
Okay, his eye is on the sparrow.
Oh, that's a good one.
And then we sang one last Sunday that I was very familiar. I love Blessed Be the Tie That Binds Our Hearts in Christian Love. But the one that we sang last week wasn't He Leadeth Me. What was it? Anyway, sorry, I can't remember at the moment.
It'll come.
Maybe.
Interrupt us when you remember.
I'll try.
So did you go through school
9 years in one school.
Okay.
All 9 grades together. That was an education in itself.
Yeah.
Love Enduring Promise.
Pardon me?
Love Enduring Promise, was that the one?
No, that's not the hymn, but
Okay.
I'll try to think of it. Thanks.
One of the new old hymns from our
Yeah.
new
Then
hymn
my
book.
mom moved to be near her parents in Monroe, Louisiana, which was a big adjustment as a sophomore in a new high school. But I graduated from Neville High School in Monroe, Louisiana.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd rather let Roy talk.
Okay, we'll give you.
Where did you go to college?
Northeast Louisiana University.
In Monroe.
Yeah, and I studied elementary education with an early childhood option.
Wow.
So I love being with children.
And you're good at it. You're educated in it.
Thank you.
That's exciting.
Thank you.
Is there something, just really quick, from your college education that you wish regular people could know or understand about working with children or
Well, I could share what was new to me at the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure many people already know this, but people learn different ways. Sometimes they aren't looking at you, but they're hearing you. And that's enough for them to learn that way, audially, rather than with their eyes. And it doesn't mean they're not paying attention. It may mean that they are learning a different way. Some people have to be hands-on to understand something. Just like babies need to put something in their mouths to understand it, right?
Yeah.
There are different ways to learn.
That's really neat. And that was kind of cutting edge education
At that time.
that time. Yeah. Wow, that's really neat. That's cool. Okay. She's pointing at Roy. All right, Roy, where did you grow up? Where'd you start out?
I was born in El Paso, Texas,
Oh,
about 3 miles from the Mexican border. My dad worked for the railroad, and it turned out he had a better job or more job opportunities in Tucson, Arizona. So we moved over there by the time I was in second grade, and I went through high school in Tucson. And my mother died in the meantime in 1955 when I was 14. So he liked working out of El Paso as far as the work itself. So once she passed and I got out of high school, he moved us back to El Paso. And so then I joined the Navy from El Paso for 4 years. So in 1966, I got out of the Navy and landed here in the Dallas area working for TI, or Texas Instruments, and later became Raytheon, as you'll probably find out from others that worked there. I worked in electronics as a reliability engineer, so I would analyze circuits to be sure they were either not overstressing components or putting inferior components in. And to start with, the military had a lot of contracts with us, so we had to follow a lot of guidelines from the military.
Sailboating. Tell about your sailboat.
Okay. Yeah, while I was working at TI and after I'd been in the Navy, I'd learned to sail a sailboat. So when I came here, I would go down to White Rock Lake and put a sign on that said available crew. And almost every time I would go down there, there'd be somebody who didn't have his full crew, and he would be glad to get me to go out sailing. So I got to go sailing for free.
Wow.
And then later, I decided that I wanted to get a boat of my own, and I don't know how I worked my way up to it, but I wound up buying a 21-foot cabin boat. They call it a sleuth, I believe. But anyway, I kept it for about 5 or 6 years. I almost sold it for what I gave for it because they became popular and the prices were going up.
Wow.
So that was kind of a lucky.
And boat maintenance is nothing to sniff at, right?
That's true.
Constant.
You have to pay, if you do like I did, I kept it on Lake Grapevine because it was a bigger boat than White Rock Lake could accommodate. And there was sailboating clubs over there that would have races on certain weekends. And this included the time when I got married to Barbara in 1972. We kind of had our first date as a lunch date at work. And it was because somebody else told her that I had a sailboat or a boat, and she liked boats and water skiing, which I didn't have any experience with. But anyway, we were married within 4 months, so that was a pretty quick.
Wow, whirlwind. Yeah. Well, if you work on a sailboat, you go with the wind, right?
Yeah, from January to April, what was it? Maybe it'll come to me here. But anyway, we got married in April. Let's see. Well, like I say, I sold that boat, and we later got interested in trailering because her mother had a little trailer, and we would take our son, we had one son, we would go all over Texas to places. Some places were musical venues, and others were just camping or had other activities to do, like down near Georgetown or Austin or that area, if you're familiar with that. Anyway, and so we got the bug for trailering, and so later in 98, I guess it was, no, 89, I bought a fifth wheel trailer, and we RV'd in that off and on, joining a club, RV club, while we had it.
Oh, wow.
For about 10 years. And then we got the bug to want to get a motor home instead of a trailer, because we thought it'd be a lot easier to work with. Turns out they're both a lot of work. But we kept it for 20 years.
Wow.
So it was an 89 model, and I gave it to my son in 2018, was it? Probably, yeah, 2018. So that's where it is now. He has it.
Now he can go on adventures.
Yeah, and pay for the diesel fuel and all the other stuff.
Insurance.
So do you feel like that's a good secret to a strong marriage, is doing things together you enjoy?
Oh, definitely, yeah. And I've had that with both wives, so I've been very fortunate. We did a lot of traveling, like going out to California, seeing the parks like Yosemite and Yellowstone, and up into Canada. We went up into Canada for a little bit. This was Barbara, the first wife. And so we had done quite a bit of traveling. I had retired in 2002, so I was free, footloose, fancy free, I guess you say.
But you volunteered.
Yeah, that's what I was coming up to next. So when we pretty much got the traveling kind of out of our blood for a while, we decided, one time we were at Lake Texoma on the way back from a trip, and we were spending a few extra days there just for the fun of it. And we would clean up our campsite because people would leave a mess sometimes, glass especially. And we like to swim, so we both swim. We had a special place for swimming up there. And one of the park rangers came by and said, well, hey, if you guys clean up your campsite, we'll give you free camping.
Wow.
So we got free camping. And then a few days later, one of the park rangers came by and said, by the way, well, we had talked about being retired and that I had time on my hands. And they said, would you be willing to do some volunteering in our lake office? And so I said, sure, what is it? And she said, well, are you comfortable with computers? I said, sure. I grew up with computers at TI. And so they had me scanning documents that were made during the construction of the Lake Texoma, or Denison Dam, I guess is a better name for it, back in the late 30s. And so I did that, and off and on, it took 3 years to do it. So we were basically just sort of living in the motorhome up there, coming home here just to mow the yard and go back up.
Oh, wow.
And we did that, and then I started picking up other little tasks that I could see things need to be done. They didn't have someone to do it. Like their campground maps were antiquated, so I looked around at some other state parks, like different states. Turned out Texas had a good map, and so I patterned maps after those, and I redid all their maps for 9 campgrounds. That took time. And then they had me go around the lake taking traffic counters, readings on a little computer, plus their little modules that they have at the entrances. And so I did that, and just every time I turned around, they'd be asking me to do something else. Like
They put you back to work already.
Yeah, I'm checking meters, boat ramps, just all kinds of stuff like that. And I would be driving their trucks. I wasn't driving my car, so I had a big, nice park ranger truck with park ranger on the side. Everybody got real religious when I came in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They would behave themselves better. But that went on until, I think, about 2015 or something like that, maybe. But anyway, so we were back here, and we had just washed the cars and dried them off, and we were getting ready to watch a ball game on TV, Ranger game Barbara liked to watch. And she was sitting in her chair and I was sitting in mine beside each other when I heard her make an unusual sound. It turned out she had just died and she had gurgled some sound. I tried to revive her and got paramedics and everything, but it was just too long without oxygen.
She's just gone like that.
Yeah. She had rheumatoid arthritis, so she had fibrosis of the lungs anyway.
Oh.
And so that was part of the breathing problem that caused, I'm sure, the final death. And so then I was by myself, but I kept the yard up. Barbara did a fantastic job, kind of like Gail, on flowering the yards and stuff like that. So that was in April when she passed, and somewhere in August rather.
30th.
August 30th, she says. She came by and was just complimenting us on our yard. Well, I had to tell her that, well, there wasn't an us, it was me, but I didn't know how I was going to handle planting, the annual flowers or whatever they call them that you have to replant every year.
Oh.
Because I wasn't really into that too much. Barbara was. So, but from there on, we started seeing each other, and 2 years later, 2018, we got married.
Wow, that's a shortened version of a great love story.
Yeah. What am I missing? Anything special?
Well, I'm curious. A lot of times we have that one relationship, and then sometimes it ends by death or divorce. And after your first marriage is ended, one with divorce and one with death, how was it to feel open to a new relationship? I feel like that could be kind of hard in a lot of different ways. What are your thoughts, Gail?
Wow. True. I just was coming down because the Spirit told me to go tell them how much I love their yard and how much it cheered me whenever I saw all the beautiful flowers. So I had no intentions at all. And after I told him I was sorry to hear about his wife, I told him that I had noticed his RV and that my parents went on 100 trailer trips together in 25 years, and it was a second marriage. And he said, well, mine's also that kind.
Holiday Rambler.
The Holiday Rambler. And he said, you want to see it? Well, I was kind of taken back with that. This is somebody I'd never met and didn't expect anything.
You just wanted to say you loved his yard.
That's right. But I didn't want to hurt his feelings either because I thought, oh, he's lonely. So I thought, okay, I'll come look. So he took me into the RV. I was so impressed with how Roy is neat and clean.
Oh.
And it was light and airy, just a beautiful, beautiful RV.
Navy training.
Navy training.
Navy.
So we were walking out. I noticed his bike. Said, Roy, do you bike? He said, yes. Do you bike? I said, yes, I have a bike, but I don't have anyone to bike with. He said, we should exchange numbers. So we did. And by the time I got to work that afternoon, I already had an invitation to go biking.
Wow.
We did go biking the very next day.
I think so.
And of all things, we were going near Meg Green's house. And I said, could we go right there, please? Could we turn? So we went up to Meg's door and talked with her a little bit. As we were coming down the walk, which had several steps in it, he turned to me and held out his hand like a prince. I mean, I thought, this man is impressive. But it was actually, I think, on about the third bike ride that Valentine Cupid arrow just hit me. I was biking behind him on my bike, and I looked at him, and wow, it just hit me. I just thought, wow, this guy's attractive. And I just had this desire.
Wow.
So I thought, oh, well, maybe this is supposed to be more than just biking. But it took 2 years before we were both ready to say, I do.
Yeah, what took so long?
I don't know. I look back and think,
I had it down to 4 months the first time.
You did. I think some of it was family, wanted our family to have time to get to know our new loved one. Yeah. And we had lots of great experiences. We went to the Arboretum together. This is a picture of us at the Arboretum.
Oh, right at the entrance where those vines grow up. I love that.
Oh, well, this is actually at the water walls, but
Oh.
I love that too. It's wisteria in both places.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
What else had we done, Roy? We went on lots of bike rides, different trails
Yeah.
around White Rock Lake, for instance, and we just really spent a lot of time together. We both found that we liked music, the same music. We like 40s music and cowboy music, right?
Right.
We met each other's friends, and of course, Roy started coming to church with me, and I went with him to his Baptist church, and just we're good people. I love the way that when Roy talks, he has some of the same expressions that my family used to say.
Oh,
So I
fun.
think somewhere far back there, our families must intertwine somewhere.
My grandparents lived in Monroe, which is where she was living after ninth grade.
Oh.
And so
And my grandfather was
I
pastor
picked
there.
up, I'm sure, on some of that talk.
Oh,
Yeah, they were Methodist, so my grandfather was their pastor for a
Oh,
while.
that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yes, we just feel comfortable with each other.
Yep.
So it wasn't that you were looking or
No.
ready, but you saw the right guy and that opened your heart again.
I feel very grateful that the Lord directed me to Roy. I'm extremely happy in my marriage.
It's been so special to watch you guys grow together.
Thank you.
Roy, what's something that you loved about Gail when you first met her?
She's a great cook.
Oh, well, that's a big bonus. What do you like that she cooks?
Oh, everything. I don't believe there's a thing she cooks that I don't like.
He's sweet. He's very thankful too. He's always saying thank you
Oh,
and complimenting. He's a wonderful husband.
Thanks.
He knew how to be faithful, and that was a big item on my check-off list. Faithfulness.
that's
I was
important.
just noticing the other picture. One of the things that she got me interested in was genealogy research. And so we've been doing that on both of our families, but in particular, this story on there was, what is that? Was
The little
flower,
narcissus.
narcissus flower. They are located in a family cemetery out in the country near Natchitoches, Louisiana, which is in northwest Louisiana, actually
Okay.
south of Shreveport. We were looking for the cemetery based on some records we found at the county or parish
Tax assessor.
tax assessor's office. And so we finally found a fellow who happened to be a deputy sheriff that had it on his property, but it was back in this woods that originally had been cotton fields, but the government was paying his family before him to let trees grow and not cut them down, and they would give him so much money for doing that. Well, we knew the cemetery had to be in there, and sure enough, about 40 by 60 foot cemetery with about a 4-foot fence or 3-foot fence, there were some graves, and we got to looking through them, and here I'm finding my grandfather's sister, who was 20 years older than him. I had never heard of her before. She died at age 20. Her grave was there, and a real nice marker and everything. His brother and
His dad's, your great-grandfather.
yeah, my great-grandfather.
And great-grandmother's graves.
Right.
both.
And then my grandfather had a sister that lived in Longview. So when I was first here in Dallas, I would go from Dallas to Monroe for a weekend, come back home. I did that, and somehow they talked me into stopping in Longview and picking up his sister, taking her over to Monroe, and then bring her back on Sunday.
Your great-aunt,
She would be my great aunt.
Antoinette.
Yeah, and I didn't know it, but she had had a baby. They named it a junior after her husband, but it died in the first year, and this little grave was right in there too. I'd never heard about that. There were so many things that I discovered like that.
Yes.
It was just
And
amazing.
the entire cemetery was in bloom on January the 2nd.
Wow.
With narcissus. It was as if they were saying, welcome, we've been waiting for you.
That's so neat.
It
Now,
really was.
turns out some of those trees had blown over in storms and had broken some of the headstones apart from their vaults. And so we got in there and scraped around, and you actually had to dig some of them up. But I knew they had to be there because I saw the vault. And so once we got them all cleaned off and uncovered, made a path back to the vault because some of them were a foot or two further. I could slide them on the ground, but I couldn't lift them up. They were too
Oh
heavy.
yeah, those
So I
headstones are
tipped
heavy.
them upright onto the vault top and left them there. The last time we were there, they were still up. But of course, if another storm comes through, they could get knocked down again.
The important part of this story, I think, is that Roy and Barbara had been to Natchitoches to go to Cajun music festivals, loving that music. I think that's in his blood. And for years, I guess 3 or 4 years, he didn't know that at the time his blue cousin, this is another of his lines, was mayor of Natchitoches while he was there. So we found out all
okay.
about his family after the fact.
Yeah. There was one fellow there named DeBlue. Was it Dan?
Oh yes, there is a living relative there, and we met him.
Yeah, right.
Saw some family
He
pictures.
talked to us a lot about it and took us around some of the property that's still in possession. But the old house that used to be there burnt, right?
It's gone.
Yeah, it was gone. But
Yeah.
we saw pictures of it, and the pictures showed it growing up with vines and stuff like that.
Right. I think there was a fire during the Civil War.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's interesting to connect back with that. Things I could have done 10 or 15 years before that, but my grandparent or my grandfather never said anything about it. I had no idea. His first wife died when my dad was 8 years old, so we both lost our mothers at a young age. But she was buried in Calhoun, another city not too far away from Monroe. And so that was about all I knew about, except that I knew his sister lived in Longview and a brother lived down in, what's that town?
Pineville.
Yeah, Arkansas, which I had never been to.
So it's been an adventure for us.
Yeah.
A real adventure for us
A lot
to
of
do
learning.
family history.
Isn't that exciting to go where your ancestors walked and to see it? You can
Yes.
feel it.
Yeah.
I
There's
love
a
it.
feeling.
There's a feeling.
What do you think that feeling is when you're walking in the place where ancestors gone by have been?
I think it's a tie between our hearts that we are gaining love for each other, and our relationship is eternal. For me, how does it feel
What
for
do you think, Roy?
Yeah. And now she was also looking for some property up in Canada near Winnipeg.
Yes.
And we drove up there in this car that we have today and visited a cousin out in Victoria on the west coast. Then we drove through the mountains, beautiful drive and everything, all the way to the plains where
Saskatchewan.
near Saskatchewan. Well, in Saskatchewan, but near Winnipeg, and found a property that had belonged to her cousin that we visited in Victoria, but the property that was her
My
family
great-grandmother's.
was somewhere close to it, but we didn't actually find it or get to it. I kind of got tired of driving down dirt roads in my nice new car. But we
That
did
can
have
get tedious.
we did have an escort from the office where they had
The regional municipality.
regional municipality, where they had information on how to get to it. But by the time we were there, a fellow came in who was a paramedic and said, "Oh, I know where that is. I know this whole country over here." He said, "I'll just take you out there to it." So he got the information off the map and drove us right straight to the corners where the property came to.
Wow.
You want to tell the next part?
Oh, you go ahead. You're doing great.
Okay, so he said, let's go up to the hill there because it had a high spot and see if there's anything left. And sure enough, there was stone walls, maybe 2 feet high, and an old metal stove of the remnants of a home that had been there.
Mm-hmm. We sent my cousin those
Wow.
pictures. He was just out of this world, wonderful,
Yeah.
elated. He couldn't believe it was still there, and that had belonged to his grandfather.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, a
it
good
was-
foundation lasts a long time, I guess.
I guess
Yeah.
it was.
And it was
yeah.
on a high spot, so, like build your house on solid ground, not down in the creek bottom.
Our ancestors had pioneered there. They actually came from Liverpool area, but they
wow.
had pioneered in the Northwest Territory at that time. It wasn't even a province yet.
Wow.
when they
So where
moved
is
there.
that?
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Well,
Okay.
Winnipeg's a city close by. Saskatchewan's a bigger
Province.
state or province, whatever they call them up there.
Okay.
Then Arizona would be anyway. I'm not sure if it's bigger than Texas. Probably is. Everything's big up there.
So we've had some very rich experiences together.
Yeah.
Amazing experiences. And we love to garden. We love to swim. We love to, our neighbor has a pool and loves for us to use it. We like to bike still, and you knew about that. So, yeah.
Oh, when you say bike, it's not just around the block. You know how to bike. What are some fun bike routes that you've taken?
My favorite is in McKinney. We start at the Forest Lake Church. What's it called up there? Our meeting house.
Where the
Lake Forest.
Yeah.
Right?
Near the high school.
Yes, we start there and go all the way to the high school and the lake around McKinney High School and come back. And that's about 10 miles. That's my favorite because I don't have to go across streets. I don't care for Bluebonnet Trail as much because we have so many streets to cross. Oh, we like Oak Point, just near there. That nature trail is great for bikes.
That's probably at least 10 miles one way, so you're going to ride more than 10 by the time you finish riding it. But
there's some wonderful bike trails. We like to go to Breckenridge in Richardson.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we have taken our bikes down to White Rock Lake and have taken 2 or 3 rides around the lake. And we'll use a picnic while we're down there and make a day of it.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we'll do the Arboretum and ride the lake.
Wow.
We
you guys
always
are tougher
do.
than I am.
I don't want to get down that close to the Arboretum and not walk around. I love to stroll the Arboretum.
Yeah.
They always have something special going on that just makes it different and interesting. I love to see the different stages of the blossoms. It's always a picture every turn. I take lots of photos, and then I love watching them again later and sending them out to friends, relatives.
Man, isn't that amazing how those blooms keep coming back every year, and it's just so exciting each time.
It is. It is.
When those
although they change the bulbs every year. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Every year they put in new bulbs.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think they'll either give away or sell some of the old ones.
Okay.
We've been with friends before down at the Arboretum, and they take a sack to get some.
Oh. We'll have to get in on that. Oh, what makes because you're really good at flower gardening. What's a good way to keep your flowers going in Texas? I feel like
I think in Texas the major thing is making sure they get watered at least once a week.
Okay.
Outside.
Hand water.
Don't let them dry.
Okay.
Oh, we do hand watering. We have rain coming off the roof into a barrel that we can that has a tap.
Yeah.
So we do save rainwater, don't we?
Mm-hmm. And we have soaker hoses in some places.
Okay.
Yeah. Barbara, Roy's first wife, had a great start on perennials, and we've cherished those. We keep them. They're wonderful. Every spring we have a backyard filled with larkspur, which are blue, pink, purple, and white spikes of flowers. They're gorgeous.
They're kind of like bluebonnets, but much taller, right?
Taller,
okay.
And they're a different kind of blossom, but I love them. The whole yard smells great. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and bluebonnets, we bought some somewhere, or did I have them already?
We started the bluebonnets by seed out front in our mailbox garden, and now we have them also in the alley.
Oh, the seeds blow around. The neighborhood's getting more and more bluebonnets.
But they enjoy them. The neighbors do like to stop by and see our yard.
Wow.
It's fun.
That's
we enjoy that. Yeah, it's a lot of work though. It does take a lot of time, but we feel that it's healthy for us. Right?
Yes.
Get out in the fresh air. In the soil.
Using some muscles that you don't use normally except when you're gardening. Yeah. So it's kind of fun. I enjoy it very much. I wouldn't want to take care of a larger yard.
Yeah, that's just the right size.
It is. And it's beautiful. We're sitting here at the table, and behind us there's a wall of windows and glass doors. You can see the garden out there. It's beautiful.
Some green coming up for next spring already.
Yeah.
They braved the sun, the winter.
That's a carport. I don't know if you can tell it or not.
Oh, well, it looked like a relaxing Zen garden out there.
Yeah, we've converted it now to a leisurely place to play around, but we've got a tough shed out there, but originally it was built for the motor home.
Oh, okay,
was
so it kept
35.
it protected.
Yeah.
Wow. Now you can live out there in the nice weather.
I can tell you one more thing about my childhood. There were many people in my family who loved to garden, loved plants. One grandmother had plants all on her front porch that were starters from cuttings from her yard that she's rooted, and that she gave these plants to people when they came over. Would you like a whatever, you know? And I think that's the way gardeners are. They love to share. It's a good pastime.
It is.
Mhm.
And I mean, sharing the joy of a beautiful plant that can be yours at your house. It's amazing.
It is. This plant right here is from Denny Schwindeman.
Oh.
Yeah, we were helping her with her move, and she said, "Gail, do you like plants?" So yes, that helps us remember Denny. Every time we water it or look at it, we think about Denny and Carl.
Wow. Do you know how old it is?
I don't. I should ask her. We're still texting, so I'll ask her how old this plant is. I asked her, well, how often do I need to water it? And she said, oh, I just water it when I remember to.
That could be
That's
twice a day.
I mean, it's in pretty good shape. It wouldn't do so well at my house.
Well, with children, you have to be careful because some plants are poisonous.
That's true. But if it relied on when I remembered, it'd be too long. Probably.
Well, that could be a chore for someone who is interested in it.
That's
you know?
really neat. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Just keep up with a calendar. One of my sons used to be our weatherman. He'd check to see what we need to wear for the day. And we all at the breakfast table would ask Neil, what do we need to wear today? What's the weather?
So he got interested in the weather.
He was.
That's nice to have somebody
He
around
was
like that.
the outdoors man.
Yeah, he's a
He
fisherman.
He still is. He
Likes to
loves to
fish.
fish. He's
Okay.
great
He
at
can
fishing.
catch fish when nobody else can even find them.
That's right. Neil's amazing when it comes to fishing, for sure.
That's amazing. Everybody's got their talent.
Or interest, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just your connection with the earth. That's
So when
neat.
are you and Adam going to do this?
Oh my goodness. Well, we'll see. I was gonna ask though. Well, first, when did you get married? What year did you get married? I can't remember.
2018.
2018.
Mm-hmm.
September 3rd,
September the 6th.
6th.
3rd is my birthday.
Okay.
6th is our anniversary, and the 9th is Roy's birthday.
Yeah,
So
big
we
Wow.
just celebrate for a whole week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a fiesta.
Fiesta.
Right in that point in the summer where you're ready to have something new and fresh. That's
It is
great.
fun.
Oh, that's so fun.
Mhm.
Okay, so you had dated for 2 years, and you got married in 2018, and then so you had a full year and a half almost before COVID shut everything down.
Oh, yes.
Did that kind of change your dynamic a little bit?
Well, of course it did, like
yeah.
everyone, but we still went bike riding without masks.
Good for you.
Sure, we
Get that
washed our
fresh air.
cans when we came home from the grocery store. Remember, we'd wash
Oh.
the cans.
Yeah, we're wiping down things.
Wow.
We were careful, and we didn't get it then. No. So, how about you? Did your family have...
We went to lots of parks and played outside a lot.
Uh-huh.
It was the spring break that never ended for us.
Oh,
It
how
just
fun.
kept going.
Isn't that wonderful? And your
Yeah.
children, I love the way that they're always outside climbing trees or playing outside.
Yeah, they're
that's
slightly
beautiful.
wild.
I love that. One time, Roy and I were biking. We came to the pavilion by the old tree that had been there since the American Revolution.
The burr
Remember
elk.
the?
Oh, yeah.
That park?
Burr
Yeah.
oak.
I think it's at Bob Woodruff North or something like that. South. Something. South. Thank you. And we stopped our bikes. We always do there just to rest and enjoy the area. And there was Adam with Isaac.
I think
or-
Isaac, yeah.
They had camped out overnight in
Yeah.
that park.
They braved those mosquitoes. Man, that was a Yeah.
I love the way you parent.
Oh, well, thanks. That's very kind.
It's just true.
Oh.
It's admirable.
Well, just like, getting kids out in the mud and water and earth, there's something special about it.
There is.
And I admire that you guys have kept that going, over the years. That hasn't fallen behind. It's become a regular favorite pastime with many flowers to share.
Yeah.
Yeah, fresh air, gardening, biking, swimming. And I don't do the swimming. She does deep water aerobic swimming.
Oh, that's right.
I go down to the senior center and ride all their equipment down there, or ride the stationary bikes and then do all the other equipment.
Oh. So when the weather's bad, you still stay strong.
Yeah, try to.
So does that come from being in the Navy, kind of getting on a regiment for exercise, or have you always been pretty active?
I think I was pretty much active because Tucson, where I grew up most of my childhood years, I was playing around in the desert because our home was right on the edge of the desert.
Right.
For about 4 or 5 years, because the FHA or ever who loaned money for new buyers had their funds frozen, and so we didn't have any neighbors for about 4 years, and so I had bicycle tracks going out in the desert everywhere, and I played out in the desert. That probably helped a lot.
And then in high school, you were in gymnastics.
Yeah, I was in gymnastics for 2 years. I went to school downtown Tucson called Tucson High because there wasn't anything closer, but they built a school in the meantime closer. So the last 2 years I went to that school, and I was able to, because it was new and there weren't as many kids that were real good in gymnastics, I was able to make the team.
That's nice.
He's being modest. It was within the last year that I saw Roy do, what was that thing where you're doing a handstand and you put your knees up on your elbows?
Are you still doing gymnastics,
Good
right?
night. I said, Roy, don't.
Well, when the kids are playing, I just have to join in,
Oh, so what was it you did? Was it like a handstand?
Yeah, you put your hands.
Don't do that right
No,
now.
you don't have to do it.
The carpet here.
You go like this. Get your weight over your hands.
Oh, okay. Oh, what is that called? I've seen it
I
before.
don't know. We called it chicken walk.
So it's like a handstand, and your knees balance on the back of your
No,
arms, on your
elbows are
elbow.
on your-
Yeah, now from that you can go on up into a true handstand or headstand, either one.
Wow.
But I haven't done that in a while.
He's 84, going on 85.
That's amazing.
September.
He is amazing. Yeah. I'm just so thankful for him in my
But I
life.
noticed one thing, I'm getting old people's skin. I don't know where it came from, but it's growing on me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, well, you get to a point where you look at yourself in the mirror or you look down at your hands and you think, my
that me?
grandmother's hands used to look like that. Oh, my grandmother's wrinkles used to look like that.
Oh, but you still feel young at heart.
I feel like I'm better than I used to be, which I'm grateful for. And I'm thankful for all the experiences that I had and grew from. And I'm thankful for repentance. I'm thankful that today I feel more self-confident than I've ever felt in my life. And I think it has to do with experience. The Lord knew I needed to come here.
That's beautiful testimony. He knows how to get us where we need to go.
Isn't it amazing how He puts these experiences in our lives that we never would have chosen and are hard? But as we put our hand in His and take that step that we believe is the answer to prayer, all of a sudden there's some place to step on.
And it's amazing.
It is amazing. It's awesome. And it builds our faith. We trust Him. He's always been there for us.
That's amazing. And that the two of you share that testimony and that trust in the Lord.
Yes.
I can see that's something that you match on. That's so important to both of you.
Thank you. Now you're going to make me cry.
Tears of testimony are beautiful. Well, is there anything, since it's Valentine's week, is there anything that you would say to, young lovers or prospective lovers or young adults who don't have a lover, is there something that you'd say to the next generation coming up or those who are still working on marriage that you feel like has helped you develop a strong relationship together?
Be forgiving.
Be forgiving.
Always
That's what I was
ask
going
what
to say.
Jesus would do if you have a decision to make, and you'll make the right decision.
I remember when I was growing up, I would read the scriptures, the New Testament mostly, and I'd think, wow, I wish Jesus was married. I'd like to know more about what his household was like.
Wouldn't that be nice?
But I came to the realization that his parents weren't perfect. So we can't blame our parents for not being a better person, right? And he had brothers and sisters he dealt with, but he was able to make all the right choices. So following him as best we can is, like Roy said, the way to do it. I think Jesus had to be very forgiving and tolerant and compassionate.
Yeah.
So those are the three ingredients for getting along with people. Don't you think?
I think that's great advice. I am curious, when Roy says, you ask what would Jesus do? How do you figure out what Jesus would do in some situations?
You'll know. You'll get the inspiration from Spirit.
Okay. So you leave yourself open to it after you ask the question. I like that.
Well, you're mighty sweet. Thank you for coming today.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with us and sharing a little bit about your story. We're sure glad to have you in the ward and part of our ward family. And thank you for the lemonade and cookies. There's wonderful. I wish all of our viewers could have some of this delightful treat here.
I do too.
In the glasses with the Tucker family. What is this called? The shield?
Shield, I guess.
Crest. The family
crest.
crest. It's pretty cool. And there's seahorses on it with a knight. That's pretty cool. Well, thank you. And remember, if you've been inspired by some of these stories, to go and interview a family member and ask some stories about their life. It's always a treasure to hear about our family members and where we've come from. So until next time, thanks, Gail and Roy, and we will see you later.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day.
We were up in Canada looking for that land. The guy that I mentioned was a paramedic.
Mm-hmm.
He used to play rugby in Scotland. And not only that, but just before I met Barbara in 72, in 71, Christmas, New Year's season, I went over to Scotland and I stayed with a family that was in a town called Livingston. They call it Livingston Station, but every town's called a station. It's right next to Edinburgh, just to the west of Edinburgh and before you get over to Glasgow. Anyway, turns out that fellow was from Livingston also. We had a connection.
Yes, they were so excited to find out that Roy had been where he grew up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He was missing some front teeth.
Oh, yeah. Rugby. Yeah, that's a rough game.
It is. Oh, so
Yeah.
fun to find those connections everywhere.
I didn't tell you either about, we went to President Nelson's 96th.
Oh, yeah, we should have put that on.
96th.
Oh, I'm still recording. You can go ahead and share.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, this is the
Oh, I thought we
postscript.
finished.
It's the postscript for anybody still listening.
Turned it off. Oh dear. Well, yes, we love being at President Nelson's 96th birthday party. We both were on. We were on 2 computers and 2 phones trying to get the tickets, and we got the tickets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we had a wonderful time. It was Roy's tour of Salt Lake. After the birthday party, which was magnificent, the next morning we stood in line for music and the spoken word. Right. We went inside and we were like on row 18, I guess, in the conference center.
Yes. Oh, that's close.
Okay. And after they finished taping, we saw President Nelson and Wendy walking up the stairs to talk to the choir. We could hear every word that he said, unscripted, was so adorable. Yes.
What was he saying?
He thanked them for their part in his birthday and how wonderful. He loved the orchestra, the singing, and he said, "You've worked so hard. I think you should take the week off."
The rest of the week.
We were so impressed. He went up those stairs like an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was his 95th.
He took good care of himself.
Did.
Yeah. And he has the same birthday as Roy, September 6th.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, well,
9.
you take good care of yourself too. Hey.
September 9th.
And he was in
September
the Navy.
9th.
Wasn't he? In the
I
Navy?
don't know
I
about
think
that.
that's true.
All I know is he was a heart surgeon.
Yeah, right. So, yes, we've had some rich experiences together, for sure.
Yeah, we
In
got
just 7.5 years so far.
Lucky 7.
Yeah, yes, been lucky. Absolutely.
Oh, how fun. Well, thanks for the bonus share. That was fun. All right. Goodbye for now.